There's a lot of talk about how and how important how is in culture as opposed to what. What you do is important, how you do it is paramount. Well, how you interview is absolutely critical to recruiting for fit. I want to talk about how we interview and how we recommend our clients interview because it's a difference maker in the process in setting you up for recruiting for fit. We use a process called chronological, in-depth, and structured. By acronym C.I.D.S, C-I-D-S. First of all, a chronological interview starts when the story started. Really, it could be early in their life, but principally from their post-secondary education on forward. And that's how you want the candidate to tell the story. So why is that important? Number one, we want to hear the story as a story, as to how it unfolded, so that we can get a gut feel as to if that made sense. Number two, although we want the high level what the role was and what they achieved, we can always dig into that further. Equally important is the rationale and logic between one movement to the next. You're really looking for patterns here. Itchy feet, want to move quickly patterns. Want to be promoted by leaving patterns. Had a very successful career of moving within an organization. Also collect names, who they reported to, who they worked with, who their key reports were. Not by title, ideally by name. That's going to be important to coming back in the referencing process later. What's also important is that you get a sense for where they want to focus, what their natural tendencies are, what they like to talk about and what they don't. Some in leadership roles, some leaders want to talk about leading. Others want to talk about achieving. You can get a sense for, are they more logical, rational, left-brained through that, or more emotional, creative, right-brained through that. But what's really important is that they don't gloss over one thing more than the other. Bring them back, ensure that you have a clear understanding, and typically that can happen in the first 15 or 20 minutes. The next 15 or 20 or even longer can be your questions. And then it's critically important to set up the interview to save time to answer candidate questions. 10 minutes, 15 minutes is usually enough. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's too much because candidates who don't ask questions are really a problem in our world. Both a problem in terms of their level of engagement, their level of preparation, and possibly their level of understanding of the role. So if they don't have a good understanding of the role, it's also a good time to give them a better understanding if that hadn't been done so early in the process.